Ethan Grayson was a man the world admired, but few truly knew. The billionaire tech mogul, hailed in magazines as the genius of generosity, had built empires with a ruthless determination. Yet, at home, inside his sprawling glass mansion perched above the city, he was simply a widowed father trying to hold on to what still mattered, his 10-year-old daughter, Lily. That evening, an important overseas deal had collapsed unexpectedly, forcing Ethan to cancel his schedule and fly home earlier than planned. The car pulled up the long driveway, headlights washing across the familiar white stone walls. He stepped inside quietly, expecting the echo of silence he usually met when returning late at night. But instead, he heard something unusual: laughter. Confused, Ethan followed the sound through the hallway until he reached the living room. What he saw made him freeze in place. There, in the glow of the fireplace, Lily sat cross-legged on the floor with the housekeeper's teenage son, Marcus. They weren't scrolling through tablets or glued to TV screens like most kids. Instead, they had built a tower of books, pretending it was a castle, and were dubbing voices for the characters they imagined lived inside. Lily's voice rose in a high-pitched squeal. "Sir Knight, you must save the kingdom." Marcus deepened his tone in reply. "Fear not, my queen. I'll fight the dragon with courage." Both of them collapsed into laughter. Ethan had been in rooms filled with world leaders, investors, and celebrities, yet he couldn't remember the last time he had seen joy this pure. He almost stepped forward to announce his return, but something stopped him. He leaned against the doorframe, unseen, and just listened. What he noticed next nearly broke him. For months he had worried that Lily was growing up lonely. Her world had been reduced to tutors, nannies, and carefully arranged activities. Yet here she was, radiant, laughing with a boy who had no toys worth bragging about, no name that carried weight, no seat at billionaires' tables, just imagination and kindness. Then, the unexpected twist. Ethan saw Marcus slide a bracelet across the floor toward Lily. It was made of tiny threads, knotted carefully together. "I made this for you," Marcus said shyly. "So you'll always have a knight to protect you. Even if I'm not here." Lily's eyes widened, and for a moment Ethan thought she might dismiss it the way privileged children often do when offered something small. Instead, she slipped it on her wrist with pride. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "Better than anything in the stores." The billionaire felt his throat tighten. He had spent fortunes on gifts, dolls, clothes, gadgets, but none had sparked such light in his daughter's face. It was in that moment he realized that Marcus had given Lily something he himself had failed to provide: genuine companionship. The next morning, Ethan surprised everyone at breakfast. He asked Marcus to sit at the table, not as the housekeeper's son, but as Lily's guest. The boy looked startled, glancing nervously at his mother, but Ethan insisted. He noticed how Lily's shoulders straightened proudly beside her friend. Throughout the meal, Ethan asked Marcus about school, his dreams, the books he liked to read. The boy hesitated at first, then spoke with a quiet confidence that reminded Ethan of himself at that age, before money had hardened him. As the conversation flowed, Ethan understood something deeper. His daughter didn't need more walls, more wealth, or more of the guarded life he thought was keeping her safe. She needed connection. She needed humanity. And so the man who could buy anything finally recognized the value of something priceless: the sound of his daughter's laughter, shared with someone who cared not about her name or her father's fortune, but about her heart. That night, as Ethan tucked Lily into bed, she held up her wrist proudly. "Daddy," she said softly, "do you see my bracelet? Marcus says it means I'll never be alone." Ethan kissed her forehead, his eyes stinging with tears he couldn't hide. For the first time in years, the billionaire didn't feel powerful or pressured or praised. He simply felt grateful. Grateful for the moment he came home early. Grateful for what he saw. And grateful for the reminder that the richest treasures are often found where you least expect them.